Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what's the weirdest sex act you've ever done alone? As a boy we lived near a large wooded area. When I got horny I'd take off all my clothes and see how far away I can walk from them. The thrill was exciting to me. Being nude outdoors. Fear of being caught. It would always lead to a quick masturbation session, which once the hoary-s left me, I was left sometimes a half-mile from my clothes, and that walk back was not nearly as thrilling. Naked man in the woods spotted was probably a headline at that time, in your area. I was a kid. We moved and now they've developed that whole area because the world needed more condos. Spent a whole day during school break lazy, in bed, seeing how many times I could ejaculate. The answer for 17-year-old me was 12 times. 44-year-old me has not yet repeated the experiment, but my guess is once. Dude, it's in the name of science. Okay, fine, you convinced me. Edit, as of midnight, twice. But not trying especially hard. 30-year-old me can barely manage twice in a day. I'm afraid if I went for 3 I'd have a heart attack and the medics would have to put me on a stretcher with my hand still on my dick, and they don't need to see that. You know you've overdone it when the last ejaculation was just salt. I wanted to make my own fleshlight, so I took the tube out of a roll of toilet paper and dunked the TP into warm water. I then put my dick into this warm mass of wet toilet paper. It felt decent but made such a mess, and the post-nut guilt was something else. You, on the outside, what the fuck? I just fucked a roll of toilet paper. I'm disgusting. You, later that week when the horn came back, I'll fucky do it again. Bit unorthodox, but I guess there's no chummy trying it. Jerk off upside down with a aloe bottle and use my speakers as a dick vibrator. Edit song was Ghost Me Treachcoat, Low Bite Bay. Edit how the fuck do I turn off Otis? Aloe pervs. It's still early, but we have a clear front runner. We're going to go ahead and call this one. One time when I was like 11 my PS2 controller glitched out and it just vibrated non-stop. That's all I'll say. And the rest is history. Tied my own legs to the bedposts behind my head, but I tied them too tight, so I had to cut myself out with a mechanical pencil on my nightstand. It took about 20 maybe more like 15 minutes. This fucking thread, man. I love it. James Bond would be proud. James Bondage. Hey, at least you know you can escape with a mechanical pencil. If your legs are tied and you have a mechanical pencil nearby and you can spare 20 minutes. Once when I was a teen I masturbated on horseback. And no, before anyone says anything weird, it wasn't anything bestiality related. I was just always forced to go on horse ride / camping trips with my parents and had to sleep in the front of the horse trailer on a cot, so no privacy, and was in the middle of the woods, so no bathroom or anything. I was really horny that weekend for some reason, and so after we finished our group trail ride I said I was gonna ride more by myself and rode off into the woods. I rubbed one off up on top of the saddle really quickly, then rode back to camp like nothing ever happened. I'm so glad no one happened to come by. Hormones as a teen are insane. That horse was probably like, WTF she doing up there, and why am I having to stand here like this in the middle of nowhere? Lol. Taking the word horseagile to a whole other level. But at least it's a legal and socially acceptable level. It's fun and all until the horse starts masturbating. My grandmother, bless her soul, was the sweetest, most innocent woman you'd ever met. She would stay with us sometimes and help out around the house. One year, for Christmas, she bought me a pack of hankies. Obviously confused, I wanted an explanation. She said to me that I need to use hankies to blow my nose into, instead of all my clothes, because she did the washing and saw all the crusty stains on them. I am sorry, Grandma. I am really sorry. Your grandma knew exactly what you were doing. Yeah, she knows you're a Quaker chief. I once took a soup spoon up my bum, the handle, with some Vaseline lube on. After I had to throw out the spoon. I just couldn't look at it again the same way. Edit changed the trademarked Vaseline to lube as it was a regular sex lube. Imagine her mom making her prize chicken noodle with it. SMH. PIV. Penis in vacuum. I was going through puberty. I like to imagine you were just fucking the bag. I really try to imagine nothing, but you do you, I guess. Made a fake vagina with a rubber glove, empty pasta sauce jar, a bath sponge and a rubber band. Then fucked it for weeks as a lonely teenager. This dude is so Italian he fucked a pasta sauce jar. Hope he's using protection, he might get the jar prego. I'll start by saying I'm glad I never got my dick ripped off. I was sexually repressed by religion and it led to weird sex things. Our top-load washing machine had just the right amount of vibration, and I discovered I could run it with the lid open by jamming some pennies into the hinge area. The top of the spindle had a hole / cup in the top, where you are supposed to add bleach or fabric softener, or apparently dick. Wrap my dick in something soft, lay across the washing machine and put it the bleach hole. Let me tell you, when it hit spin cycle, I didn't last long. Thanks for bringing up these horrifying times in my life. Edit, thanks for all the awards and making this by far the most upvoted thing I've ever posted anywhere. In the virtual world this is now my legacy. Damn it. Wow, yeah, I'm amazed you never got hurt, holy shit. Holy shit, ooh. Dear God, that could have been bad. Fucked a cabbage. Made coleslaw. Creamed cabbage. My cabbages. I was quite horny in my early teens, so I looked up innovative ways to masturbate. As it seems, if you hollow out a cucumber and microwave it, it does not feel like the inside of a vagina. I was left with the most disgusting vegetable you've ever seen and a memory that lives under the surface of my dignity. Not the act itself, I guess, but the event as a whole. We lived in the sticks, and internet shopping wasn't really a thing back then, not that we had internet anyway. I was a horny but resourceful teenage girl, so I whittled myself a penis-like dildo out of a piece of firewood, sanded it, and varnished it. I was around 14 to 15 at the time. I tested it out once without a condom, and freaked out about the potential toxicity of the varnish. Then used a disposable latex glove because there were no condoms in the house, and the thought of buying them was mortifying. In the end I was too paranoid about it being found, so I tossed it into the fire the next time the fireplace was lit. You were the country girls make do meme. Whittled dildo is the best so far. Not 'cause it's weird, just because it is. Hope you used 220 grit. She wet sanded it. I wrote a raunchy message to a girl on my phone but didn't send it. I aimed my erection at the phone and made a deal with my dick that if it could get hard enough to reach the send button, the message would get on its way. And what happened? I sent it and then came and immediately felt regret. So I changed my picture to a photo of China and my username to a bunch of Mandarin nonsense and then spammed her a bunch of Chinese stuff to make her think I was a foreign spammer. Blew myself. Edit, somebody reported me to Reddit for self-harm. This is the way. Can Mandalorians show their dicks to others? Remember these things. And I know I'm not alone, but my once innocent childhood toy turned into a really bad fleshlight when I started going through a ton of puberty. Funny, I knew exactly what was behind the link before opening it. One word, painful. Edit, my first awards ever, thank you. I too was once young. But I was a resourceful 11-year-old. Mine smelled like olive oil forever and ever after that. One day at work my buddy out of the blue just asks, you ever fuck one of those slippery toys? No, I haven't. Cue third employee exploding around the corner, high fives first guy and yells, I used to fuck mine all the time when I was a kid. Edit, my first double gold. Thanks, dudes. Where the hell do you work? Love how I knew exactly what it was going to be, ha ha ha. Dug a penis-size hole in the ground, filled it with packing grease, fucked it. You literally fucked the planet. Nestle has entered the chat. It takes a massive Oedipus complex to fuck Mother Earth. As a horny and desperate youth I was constantly looking up new ways to rub one out. My biggest fuck up was after I saw the video of how to make a pocket pussy out of 2 dish sponges, a dish glove, and a cup. I had the cup, but no sponges or rubber glove. What I did have was 2 Mr. Clean magic erasers, and some saran wrap. Long story short, saran wrap does not create an effective barrier between skin and caustic chemicals. I had a chemical burn on the head and shaft of my dong for about 2 weeks. Didn't go to the hospital, but I did have to wear the softest pair of shorts I owned for a while. Kids, read the warning label before you put your dick in something. Edit, I guess it turns out that magic erasers do not contain caustic chemicals. This information does nothing to lessen my shame. Edit 2, obligatory thank you for my first gold. However, whoever gave a wholesome to this may need to speak to a professional. r/.putayudicai that. r/regret putagmadicai that. Wanked it while riding a tandem bike home from a fetish party. Edit to address some questions. Solo, front. I often ride tandem solo because it's fun, less likely to be stolen and is quite useful for bringing someone home on. Currently working on rigging a small vibrator to the back seat with controls at the front. Yup, username checks out, Redditor 9 years, and proud of this being my most upvoted comment. Thanks for the blig. Where the fuck are fetish parties at? Grandma's house. Username checks out.